This is the second part of the video in which I was describing the lecture of data handling using R. Few of the commands were remaining. So in this recording, I want to complete that part of lecture to record. Uh, Table command will display a frequency distribution. The table command act on a factor variable. The transmission is a factor variable, and pie chart of this frequency distribution is to be displayed by this command. So here I am using the two different function. One function is the table function. Table function will generate a frequency distribution of the DF4 data frame on the transmission variable. So there are the two types of transmission, automatic transmission and manual transmission. As a result of this command, pie chart will be shown. In that pie chart, one segment will reflect manual car and other will show automatic car. As in the data file, most of the car are automatic and the few of the cars are manual. So the pie chart will show that a very slight segment of the pie chart will reflect manual car, and the very large part of the segment will show you the automatic cars. If you want to make the bar plot of the same data, so the bar plot will be like this. The manual cars and automatic car. So you can see again here transmission. With the transmission, we have a automatic cars A and we have a manual car M. The manual cars are very small in numbers and the automatic car. So this is called pie chart. This is called bar chart. The bar chart is different with the histogram. Histogram made for the continuous data while bar chart made for the qualitative data. So that is one of the very important distinction between the two types of graph, bar chart and histogram. Histogram for quantitative data, bar chart, pie chart for qualitative data. So this is the qualitative factor variable. So this can be applied on the factor variable, but this cannot be applied on the factor variable because a quantitative variable is needed. But if I want to construct the histogram of mileage by transmission, so I need two variables. One variable is mileage, for which the histogram is to be constructed. And then a qualitative variable or a factor variable, if I affiliate with this command, then that factor variable will do what? That factor variable will generate the histogram for manual transmission as well as for automatic transmission. It means histogram can be repeated two times. I can perform this by a command which is named as a tapply. I will describe the tapply command after this slide. So this slide will give you a summary statistics of your data. Summary statistics. Summary statistics are what? Summary statistics, the mean of the data, the median of the data, the variance, standard deviation, the range, the histogram, the box plot, and these commands. You can run these commands to obtain the descriptive measure of quantitative data. So all of the commands are run on a quantitative data because mileage is a quantitative data. In all of these commands, the variable mileage is used from the data frame 4, DF4. Now, what this command does, this command will plot the mileage with the transmission from the data frame 4. So mileage is a quantitative variable transmission is a qualitative variable, and this sign, which is the tilde sign, and this sign is used to differentiate between a dependent variable and an independent variable. The dependent variable or independent variable. Independent variable is a factor variable, while dependent variable here is a quantitative variable. For the data frame DF4, we are going to construct this plot. The plot command will do what? It will generate the two box plot for mileage variable depending on the automatic car and the manual cars. The next command is the tapply command. Tapply command does what? Tapply command, tapply is a repetition of any command. If you want to repeat any of the command for a multiple times, so tapply can be used. So tapply is a function, or tapply is a command. Mean command will be executed by tapply. So I was using the mean command separately, but now we are using the mean command by tapply. So mean of what? Mean of mileage. The mean of mileage will be, if I eliminate the middle term, the mean of the mileage, entire data, mean of the entire data will be calculated. So I'm not interested to calculate the mean of entire data. I am interested to calculate the mean of the segmented data. The first segment of the data is automatic transmission, and the second segment of the data is manual transmission. The mean will be calculated two times. Once the mean is calculated for the automatic cars, and then the mean is computed for the manual cars. So tapply command is a very powerful command. In the second time, I am applying the T command for calculating the standard deviation instead of mean. The standard deviation command will be run many times. How many times? As many times I have the levels in the factor variable. The transmission variable has two factor variables, and these two factor variables can be used to generate the standard deviation of that. So the mean and standard deviation of the mileage variable calculated separately for the manual and the automatic cars. If I apply this command, tapply, if I use the tapply command for any data frame DF4, this is my data frame. Instead of mileage, I am using the price of car if this exists in the data frame, comma. Instead of transmission, I am going to use data frame for DF4, and instead of transmission, I am using color. And instead of computing the mean, I am computing the median. So median will be calculated how many times, or median of prices will be calculated. How many times the median is calculated? As many colors I have in my data frame. Suppose in my data frame, I have suppose 5 colors. That color cars, blue color cars, black color cars, white color cars. So median will be calculated for white color cars once, then again median will be calculated for black color car, and so on. So why the command median is repeated? So this is repeated due to the application of tapply command. So tapply is a very powerful function. This can be used for any command to repeat. How many times you want to repeat, that is described by the factor variable. So here by the repetition, by the factor variable, repetition will be decided automatically by the R, as many levels we have in this factor variable. Now the next thing is what? The next thing is histogram, box plot. So I'm not going to describe these three things again because we have already described these things in the previous segment of the lecture. Pair command will do what? Pair command will generate the scatter plot. The scatter plot is one of the powerful tool for two quantitative variable. Histogram is a powerful tool for generating the one quantitative variable frequency distribution, and the shape can be analyzed with the help of this histogram command. So some commands need one variable, some command needs two variables. Like pair need at least two variables. If I have more than two quantitative variables, then all possible pairs will be calculated. So this is a very powerful command. By this command, all possible combination of two will be used for plotting the scatter plots. And histogram and box plot, these command need one variable. One quantitative variable is required. And for pairs, I need a data frame. In this data frame, I must have more than one quantitative variable. If it doesn't have any quantitative variable, or it has a qualitative variable in the data frame, then that command will not be executed and it will run an error. So what that error will be? That error will be because some qualitative variable we have and the pair command works only on quantitative variable. In conclusion, the pair commands will run the scatter plots among all of the variables. This data frame, if this data frame contains some qualitative variable in that, so the error will be a pair. If you want to eliminate some of the columns from the pair command, so this command will be helpful for you, because df4 comma all rows, comma means what? Comma means all rows will be used. Before the comma, I did not use anything. But after the comma, I use minus C256. What this is indicating? Minus. Minus is indicating that these three columns has not been used in the pair command, because column number 2, column number 5, column number 6 are the qualitative variable. These three are not the quantitative variable. So that is why we have not to use these three variable into the pair command. That is why we were facing an error. So by a very powerful function, it is minus sign C for a collection of three columns, 3 to column number 2, 5, 6, which three are the qualitative variables. So we eliminate the qualitative variable from this command, and then scatter plot will be mentioned. The next command is the core command. Core is the correlation. So scatter plot and correlation, these are very important functions. Correlation will generate a correlation matrix. Correlation matrix between all quantitative variable, the correlation matrix will be generated. And pair will generate a matrix plot. So I'm going to run these two commands so that the output can also be included in the now I'm going to execute pair command and core command. Pair command will do what? And it generate scatter plots among all quantitative variables in the data frame. In my data frame, I has several variables, but some of the variables in the data frames are not quantitative. So that is why minus C256 is used here. So I am just clicking on this command and run it. Pairs command will do what? So you can see the output here. So the pairs command will execute the all possible scatter plots. It has price and year and mileage. Three variables are used, and three variables from this data frame has been excluded in this command because they are not quantitative variables. So price, the scatter plot between year and price. What is this? This is the scatter plot between year and price. What is this? This is the scatter plot. This is the scatter plot between the year and mileage. So year and price, year and mileage. So these are the two scatter plot. And this is blank. Why this is blank? Because here should be the graph between the year and year. So if we plot the data with the year and year, so we will have exactly the straight line. So that is why this is the scatter plot for price and price. This is the scatter plot for
सर
mileage.
आपकी स्क्रीन शो नहीं हो रही वाली.
Okay. Uh, this is the graph
हम zoom कर दें इसको.
between the price and year. This is the scatter plot between the mileage and year. What this is indicating? This is indicating that we have uh, positive direction or a positive relationship between the price and year, and we have a negative relationship between the mileage and year. Mileage and year has a negative relationship, while price and year has a positive relationship. Achha, some of the graphs are repetitive. These three graphs are repeated here because in this matrix, if I am plotting by year with the price or by the price with the year, so this is the graph which is in between year and price. This is the graph between the price and year. So both are identical with the only the dimensions are changed. So this graph is a very important graph. Now the next command that I want to execute here is
Yes.
the core command. The
Yes.
COR command will do correlation. Now I am going to
Yes, sir.
run the command core. This command will show you a correlation matrix. So you can see the correlation matrix here at the bottom of my screen. So this is the correlation between the year and year. This is the correlation between the year and year. This is the correlation between the price and year. This is the correlation between the mileage and year, right? So positive correlation indicate that uh, price will be increasing year by year, which is obvious. Price will be increasing year by year. 0.84. 0.84 means what? That is a very substantial correlation, which indicates that 84.84 is the correlation which is near to the 1. Maximum correlation on the positive side is 1, and the maximum correlation from the negative side is -1. So what this correlation is indicating? This correlation is indicating that year by year the price is increasing, which is obvious, and mileage will reduce the as we are going to the year by year, the mileage will be reduced. The mileage will be smaller because in the when the car has a new model, the mileage will be smaller. If the car has an old model, then the running of the car will show you we have a highly covered mileage for that car. The old car has a high readings and the new cars have a smaller reading. That is an indication of a negative relationship among these two. Now in the diagonal, you can see that the correlation is 1. The correlation between the year and year is 1. Correlation between the price and price is 1. The correlation between mileage and mileage is 1. And remaining correlation are replica. 0.76 upper right corner, lower right corner. It has the same number. And similarly, it is 0.845 and it is 0.845. So these two are replica, and minus 0.86, 0.80 minus 0.80 is the replica. So some of the values are replica and the sum of the values are unique here.